Some words look the same, some words sound the same, some words spell the same, but even they are different in terms of meaning. Knowing the differences between similar words can be very tricky. Let's consider some example sentences. Today I meet my friend at the meat market. Sir, don't break the brake. One of the losing team's player tried to manage his loose trousers during the match. Now the words that are highlighted in red are confusing indeed. The first sentence, I meet my friend at the meat market. Now technically the pronunciation is the same, meat, meat. The spell varies as well as the meaning varies. The second sentence, sir, don't break the brake. The pronunciation is the same, the spell differs as well as the meaning differs. One of the losing team's player tried to manage his loose trousers during the match. So loose and loose. So the pronunciation is the same, meaning differs as well as spell differs. So welcome to my lesson. This is lecture number 2 based on confusing pair of words in English. So if you haven't watched the previous lesson on confusing pair of words in English, do watch and get started with this lesson. So without much ado, let's get started. The first pair I've selected is counsel versus counsel. Technically, the pronunciation sounds the same, counsel, counsel. The spell differs as well as the meaning differs. Now the first word, counsel, as a noun it means a group of people who meet together to make decisions. Example, Kamran was elected president of the school's student council. So you might have heard of student council, union council. So now here the word council as a noun means a person or group of people who are elected or selected for making decisions. The second word in this pair is counsel. As a noun it means advice, and as a verb it means to advise. Alright? Now let's look at some examples. My mom gave me good counsel about living on my own. Now in this sentence, counsel is used as a noun. Alright? So mom has given advice. The second sentence, she counseled me not to procrastinate my homework. Now in this sentence, counseled is used as a verb. So we could see the indication that ed, which shows the past tense of the verb. Alright? Let's move to the next slide. Q and Q. It's not QE, it's both of them are pronounced as Q. The first word Q refers or it means signal or indication. Example, she was waiting for the cue to begin the race. So she was waiting for the signal, for the indication to begin the race. The second word queue means wait in a line, often people, vehicles, etc. Example, we waited in a queue for hours to get vaccinated. There might have been a huge crowd waiting for their turn to get vaccinated. So let's move to the next slide. Aloud versus allowed. Now technically the pronunciation is the same, the spell differs as well as the meaning differs. Allowed. Now allowed means permitted. So we could see that ed is used, so that indicates the past tense. So allow or allowed means permission, and in past we could say permitted. Let's use it in a sentence. In some countries, women are not allowed to vote. The second word, allowed. Allowed means clearly heard. Example, the teacher listened to the children reading aloud. Now here aloud means in a loud tone, all right? That could be clearly heard. Next, principle versus principle. The pronunciation is the same, the spell differs, as well as the meaning differs. I've seen that like a couple of times students make this mistake of using this one instead of this one. All right, so that's why learning the confusing pairs are very important. Now the first word, principal, with PAL, it's a noun, means it's a name, so which means the head of a school, or as an adjective it means the most important. Let's consider examples. Miss Rihanna, the principal of the school, is a very energetic woman. Now here, who is the principal? Miss Rihanna. So principal is used as a noun referring to the head of the school. Now let's use it as an adjective. The principal speaker of the program spoke first. Now in this sentence, principal is used as an adjective. Now the second word in this pair is principal with PLE. Now as a noun it means rule or law. Example, lying is against the basic principle of Islam. Indeed, there are various principles, basic principles in Islam, so amongst which lying is against the rule of Islam or the law of Islam. Let's move to the next. Lose versus lose. All right. Technically, the pronunciation is the same, the spell differs as well as the meaning differs. Lose. Loose as an adjective means not tight or not tighten, right? Example, I like to wear loose clothing during summer months. I guess everyone does, and we should do. Okay, we should use loose clothing during summer months. Okay, because we feel comfortable in loose clothes. So loose as an adjective means not tighten. Now the second word, lose, as a verb, it means to misplace or to be defeated. Example, I hate it when I'm in a hurry and I lose my keys. So lose, it could be used in the sense of misplace, and you could also use it in the sense of defeat. Okay, so sometimes you might have heard people chanting that loser, loser, so it's used in the sense of defeat. Next, weak and weak. Now the pronunciation is the same, the spell differs as well as the meaning differs. Week with double E means the 7 days of a week. Example, this week I've been extremely busy. So it's referring to the days of the week I've been busy. The second word, weak, with W-E-A-K, means feeble. Alright? So the Urdu meaning could be kamzor, right? Now, example sentence, the deadly disease I'm suffering from has made my body weak in few days. So now here it refers to the body condition that it's feeble, it's weak just because of a deadly disease. Moving to the next, brack and brack. Now the first word, brake, means a stopping device. All right. Example, the brakes of my car are defective. I need to fix them. And I guess I should, because without brakes, it could be dangerous to drive the car. So, brake as a noun means stopping device. Brake also means to split or smash something. Example, my internet isn't working due to break in fiber optics. Now here, break in fiber optics means that there is split or in the fiber optics. The second example, in the Tokyo Olympics 2021, some athletes break their own records, right? So break here means split or smash. Next, then and then. All right, the pronunciation is the same, spell differs as well as meaning differs. I guess that most of you might be having confusion with this pair, that when to use it rightly, so get to know. Then with an is used for comparison. Example, this year the weather is hotter than previous year. Now here, then is used for comparison, that you're comparing this year with previous year. Now the second then with en is used to refer time, at that time. Example, as I was really exhausted, I reach home, then I take a nap. That means that the time I reach home, I take a nap. Next, insure versus insure. Now the pronunciation sounds the same, the meaning and the spell differs. The first word ensure means guarantee. Example, the manager ensured safety measures for all employees working in the company. So the manager guaranteed the safety of all employees working in the company. The second word with insure with I, it means financial liability. Okay, example, my car is insured against fire and theft. It means that in case my car is damaged in a fire or it's stolen, so I have the right to call for what? For my financial liability against someone. I could call the insurance company. Okay, moving to the next. Immigrate and immigrate sounds the same, the spell differs as well as the meaning differs. Immigrate with E means leave your own country. Example, in recent years, the ratio of family immigration for Canada has soared significantly. Now, soared here means that raised, okay? There is a boom, okay? So in recent years, the ratio of family immigration, that families are trying to leave their own country and wish to settle in Canada. Now the second word, immigrate, means come and live in a country. Example, US has recently revised its policies of immigration, which makes it difficult for immigrants. Now immigrants means the people who come and live in a country. So immigration is the process of coming in a country, right? Where you need the visa, all right, and other official documentation. So I guess that's, I've selected 10 words for today's lesson, and that are really tricky, and I guess that some of the words might have been confusing for you, and you might have learned the difference between these pair of words. So that's all for today's lesson. Let me remind you back that if my lessons are useful for you, so don't forget to provide your feedback in the comment section. I will be coming with another lecture on confusing pair of words. Till then, bye bye and tata. Thank you very much.